RDP-21 is a dimmer included in the bidirectional EXTA LIFE system. Is designed to adjust the lighting intensity of incandescent and halogen sources, selected LED bulbs and CFR fluorescent lamps. Receiver control can be done by radio transmitters, a mobile application, or wired way using the local input. Dimmer allows for smooth adjustment of light intensity. In the learning process, many transmitters can be assigned to it, thanks to that the control can be carried out from several places. When controlling by the application, it is necessary to have an EXTA LIFE controller installed in the system. The control is carried out using a slider, or up to 4 favorite buttons, defined by the user. Each change in the dimmer's status is signaled in the application on an ongoing basis. This applies to both the on or off condition as well as the intensity value. The receiver has an input for wired control. It allows to turn the dimmer on and off, adjust the brightness, and switch it on to the maximum brightness. L and N terminals are for connecting the 230 volts power supply. The input SIN enables wired control. The load is connected to the control output. The receiver operates on the frequency of 868 MHz. Dimmer allows control of incandescent and halogen bulbs, up to 250 watt. Also works with selected dimmable LED bulbs, CFL fluorescent lamps, and selected electronic transformers. The prog button allows to manually program selected functions, while the status LED plays the role of signaling. It signals receiving and transmitting data, and helps during programming operations. The receiver is designed for installation in installation boxes, with a minimum diameter of 60 mm. Due to the amount of cabling, it is best to use deepened or pocketed boxes. Connect power cords to terminals L and N of the receiver. The controlled circuit is connected respectively to the N terminal and the output control terminal. Button for wired control, connects to N terminal, and IN terminal. Two-button mode, allows to control the dimmer using 2 separate transmitter buttons. One of these buttons, always implements the dimmer switch, the last one set horizontally, and the brightening function. The second button performs dimming and switching off. This mode is dedicated if 2 transmitter buttons are to control a larger number of dimmers. In one-to-watch mode, only one button on the transmitter is used for control. Short press, turn the dimmer on and off, while longer hold it performs brightening and dimming. This mode is useful when controlling several dimmers independently with one remote control. In the case of a comfort mode, 4 transmitter buttons are always used. 2 of them implement the dimmer switch on 100% brightness and its switching off. The other 2 allow to switch the dimmers to the last level, and adjust the brightness in the brightening dimming mode. timer mode allows to switch on the dimmer output only for a limited time. After this time, it is automatically turned off. In time mode, the dimmer is always on 100% brightness. The time is programmed in the range from 1 second to 18 hours. To program the time, first enter the button in the time mode. In the case of receivers of the EXTA LIFE system, each individual button entered in the time mode can be rewritten individually. Dimmer allows selective removal, only selected transmitters set into its memory. Dimmer it also has the option of resetting to factory settings, then the whole receiver's memory is deleted, and all its settings. In order to register the dimmer in the controller, it must be paired. Dimmer previously unpaired with another controller is automatically searched. The test function allows the dimmer to be quickly located. Dimmer control is possible after pairing with the controller. Each paired dimmer can be appropriately named, it can also be assigned to an individual icon, and other operations to configure it. Icons are selected only from the icons available in the application. For each dimmer, the administrator can declare up to 4 so-called favorite settings. They allow quick brightness settings for a given dimmer greater than. Useful function of the application and dimmer, its possibility of adding the remote transmitters remotely. No physical access to the receiver is required. Transmitters to be added must be registered in the controller first. The application allows to select the operating mode in a convenient way, and, for example, to declare the switch on time in the time mode. It is a fast and convenient method of programming transmitters both at the stage of installation and later use. All transmitters assigned to the dimmer can be loaded into the application. Thanks to this, it can quickly check in what mode it's been entered and selectively remove them from a given receiver. System administrator can freely assign the receiver to selected users. The RDP-21 receiver can be updated from the application level. The update process takes about 1 minute, and is confirmed by a message of successful completion. The application also allows to quick remove the receiver from the controller's resources.